Well, happy Sunday, everybody. Thanks again for joining me for another class. We're going to start today, again, whatever position is comfortable for you, seated, legs in any position. Really, we're just going to focus on the upper body for a bit as we do some breathing. So starting, just letting your shoulders hang off your skeleton, nice and easy, long through the spine. Already start to feel that lift and support through your core muscles here. And let's inhale, reaching the arms all the way up. Full inhalation, exhale, release. And we'll do that again. Inhale, reaching up. Big full breath in, exhale, let it all go. Great, nice. Extending the arms out in front of yourself. We're going to take a little oppositional swing. So we're going to take one arm up and one arm down, but both reaching back, trying not to arch and send the rib cage forward, but really stacking the shoulders right over the hips and alternating that swing. Lengthen and reach, opening up the chest, activating the muscles in the back of the shoulders and through the back of the spine. Open and reach, and continue to scissor change. That's it. And again, reach, keeping your abdominals strong. And again, reach. Nice. And change. Good. And then we'll take both hands forward, palms up, pinky fingers coming together. So you're kind of squishing your chest together here on this narrow angle, and then reaching, slicing up on the high diagonal, also opening the chest and reaching back. And again, coming forward. And let's open and expand, reach, good. Couple more times, coming forward. And big V for victory, open. One more time, coming forward. And then reaching back, excellent. All right, you can just let those arms rest for a second. Again, feeling the weight through the shoulders. Taking one arm into a circle, up, turning the palm at the top and reaching to the back. And again, whatever range works for you. If you need to make it a little smaller, that's okay. As you're doing these circles, be aware of what the other shoulder is doing. See if you can keep it steady so we're not spiraling and moving the torso yet. We're keeping it steady and just isolating one arm, which again requires a little bit more control and support. That's it. And then take the other hand into that stroke, reaching up and circling up and back. Keeping length through the spine. Long neck, that's it. And just testing to see. You may feel some little clunks and clicks going on. As long as there's no pain, just work within an easy range for you. One more time, reaching up and back. Good, we'll take both arms now. Reaching forward, reaching through the fingertips and circling back. Again, awareness through the abdominals, through the rib cage. Lengthen and reach and stretch as we circle. Two more times, reaching forward and up and back, keeping those shoulders soft as you come down, and again, reach and up and back. Good, now we'll take both hands into our butterfly stroke, reaching thumbs backward, up and over the top, circling, that's it. And again, reaching back to the back space, up and over the top. Harder than we think sometimes. Reaching back and up and over the top. And one more time, reaching back and up and over the top. Then place your hands one on top of the other. Again, shoulders heavy and drippy. Elbows pulling back 3 times. 1 and 2 and 3. Extend those arms as you reach to the back space behind you. And we'll try that again. And pulling 3 times. 1 and 2, feeling the muscles between the shoulder blades. 3 and stretch, opening up through the arms. 2 more sets. We pull 1 and 2 and 3. Exhale, reach. Last time, and 1 and 2 and 3 and reaching back. Let those arms relax to the floor beside you and just take a few shoulder rolls up and back. Releasing, getting gooey through those shoulders. Good. All right, link your hands here, pressing through the palms of your hands, stretching out through the arms, stretching out through the wrists. And then maybe flip it inside out and go the other way, thumbs down, open and stretch. Preparing for our work today. Good. Open those arms and reach wide to the side. Let's take our side bend, reaching one arm up and exhaling up and over. Ooh, that feels great this morning. Take that stretch and our hollow and twist on the diagonal. Breathe into those tight spots. Coming back into your sideways position again. That's it. And up. And other side. Inhale, reaching tall. And exhaling up and over. Nice lateral bend. And then again, scoop the belly, reaching on that diagonal, pulling your abdominals in toward those places in the low back that you may be feeling there. And then we'll come back to our sideways position again. Good. And bring yourself on up. Nice. Bring yourself to sit with your legs over to the front of your mat. We'll do our little spine dancing here. So holding onto your shins or behind the thighs. Hollow and contract and round through, scooping that belly, rounding and widening between the shoulder blades there. And then folding forward over the waistline, head to tail. Then slide the shoulders down, lift your heart, lift your eyes, open the chest, back of the neck long. Come back to center, try that again. Hollow and contract, folding back, curving through the low back. Exhale, bring yourself forward. Inhale, open your heart, looking upward. And back to center. And we'll try that one more time, scooping, rolling back. And then either holding onto your legs or challenge yourself by taking your hands off your legs and contract, rounding back down onto your back, one vertebra at a time, right down that center line. And resting there. Surrender those palms at your side. Maybe walk your feet in a little bit closer. And let's just take a little pelvic clock exercise today. So imagining that you have the face of a clock on your pelvis. Belly button is 12 o'clock. Pubic symphysis is 6 o'clock. And these hip bone headlights on the side are your 3 o'clock and your 9 o'clock. We're going to rock that pelvic, the face of that clock so that you're rolling toward 12 o'clock. And then bring it back to center. And then we're going to arc it down to 6 o'clock. So arcing through. And my sister's joining us, yay. And come back to center and try that again. Scoop and hollow, contract. And then rocking it through center. And then arching through the low back if that feels comfortable for you. And then coming back to center. Now, the pelvis is a bowl holding all your internal organs. Let's shift and rock the bowl to the side. So now we're rocking over, perhaps over to your 3 o'clock. And then coming back through to center, and then rock that bowl over to the 9 o'clock. And back to center. Continue with this side to side. As you're investigating this movement, maybe feeling some stretch through the low back, maybe through the front of the hip. Just see what you've noticed there. Again, other side. And then back to center. And now we're all going to imagine we're lying on the beach in wet sand, and we're going to scoop that abdominal cavity, hollowing up, roll it up to 12 o'clock, and then we're going to roll around the face of the clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and if you were on the sand, you'd be tracing a circle into the sand with your pelvis. Following that point of contact all the way up and around back to 12 o'clock. Do that again. Scoop those abdominals, reach the pelvis over, following that circle path. And don't be alarmed if it doesn't feel quite circular yet. It takes practice, and every day is different. Scooping and coming back to the center. Let's reverse directions now. So we're going to go opposite to the other direction, counterclockwise. And circling down, allow your head to be free. Your head will move on the floor as your spine is dancing here. Continuing with that. Maybe one way feels better than the other direction. Getting a little massage, all those little bony landmarks you may be feeling. Circling into the floor. And then when you've done that a couple times, come back to center. Hopefully you have a better appreciation for where your easy resting position, neutral, is. Feel your abdominal zipper, nice and strong. And we're going to take an inhale, exhale, feel that support, and try to unweight one leg and float it up. And see if you can do that without any movement in the pelvis whatsoever. Inhale, return that leg down, and then other side. Exhale, feeling that support across your center, and then folding the bones in the hip socket to unweight and float up, marching in place. Again, exhale, fold and float, feeling that abdominal seatbelt, using your psoas muscles to fold the bones in. Inhale, return, other side again. Exhale and fold. Pelvis is steady. And inhale, return. Good. Now then, start with that same scoop to 12 o'clock and peel up, continuing up into your bridge. Peeling the hips up, feel the weight through the legs, the strength in the hamstrings and the glutes as you float the pelvis up, finding that one long line from your knees through your shoulders, through your hips to your shoulders. Inhale there at the top, and exhale, sigh of relief, melting through your neck, melting through your sternum, letting the ribs melt down into the mat, scooping the belly and unfurling back down into that easy resting position. Let's try that a few more times. Inhale, prepare, and exhale, scoop and peeling up. Feeling the length, the open quality in the fronts of the hips, so really opening here, feeling that lift. Inhale, and exhale, contracting and rounding it back down. Seeing if you can go as seamless and sequential as you can, melting back to your easy resting position. Now we'll add a challenge at the top. So same idea, exhale, feel that scoop of the belly, the engagement of the backs of the legs as you lift, keeping parallel through those thighs. Once you arrive one more time at your height of your bridge, we're going to do that same march in place we just practiced while we were on the ground. Inhale. Exhale, zip up those abdominals, feel one leg really strong underneath you, and see if you can float one leg up. A lot of work through that support side. Inhale, return. Other side. Exhale, abs first, leg floats second. Inhale, return. As you're doing this, again, make sure you're not dipping the pelvis or shortening one waistline. So keeping long through the waist and return. Other side. Exhale, abs strong, hamstrings and glutes working for you. That's it. Inhale, back down. Reestablish your bridge if you've drifted. And exhale, curving back down. Stretch out that low spine. Returning back down to the mat. Good job. Hug those knees into your chest. Feel that long length through your spine. Tailbone reaching downward as you pull the knees in. Energy out through the crown of your head. Easy through the neck and shoulders. Good. Let's open those arms out to the side and take our little twist stretch here. Letting the legs fall over to the left and turning the head over to the right. Take some nice deep breaths there, opening through the chest and the outer hip. Perhaps you want a little deeper stretch. You can extend that top leg, grab a hold of it with your left hand. Give yourself a little extra hamstring stretch there. That's it. And then we'll bend both knees together. Abs scoop, bring the pelvis back to center. Your head rolls back to the middle. Let's try the other side. Knees twist over to the right, head turns to the left. And again, once you settle into that stretch, breathe, release, relax. Again, perhaps extending that top leg if that feels good to you. Breathing there. Good, bending both knees, and exhale, gather, return. Excellent. Let's bring our feet back down to the mat again, and circle the arms down by your hips, so palms down next to your hips here. We're gonna take a shoulder shrug. Inhale, shrug your shoulders up to your ears, where they like to live, and then exhale, de-shrug. Slide your hands along the floor, fingers reaching toward the feet, feeling that reach through the shoulders underneath the armpits there. Again, inhale, shrug the shoulders up. This time, as you de-shrug and reach towards your feet with your fingers, nod your chin to chest and fold at your sternum and reach, hands hovering off the floor, finding that chest fold position. Inhale and exhale, rolling back down. Now, as you do that chest fold, be careful that you're not wanting to tuck and flatten the low back. Keep that easy resting position with the pelvis. Try that again. Inhale, shrug. And then exhale, reach through the fingers, fold under the sternum, peekaboo through those thighs, and stay. Now, if you have issues with your neck and shoulders, you may want to use your mat. Otherwise, we're staying in this position, and we're going to play with our arms, reaching the arms up, 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 and reach them back down, down, down. And notice I'm trying not to change my torso here. Keeping the head where it is. Inhale, reach the arms up, keeping those abs strong, and exhale, reaching down, down, down. One more time. Inhale, floating up, up, up. Strong abdominals, reach down, 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 and lower your head back down. A surprisingly challenging exercise there. Good. So we're going to do it one more time. You have an option here. You can either leave your legs as they were before, if that was challenge enough for you. Otherwise, you can try bringing your legs into your tabletop position. So you're in that right angle, still secure through your core. We're going to do the same exercise, 3 sets. Inhale, shrug. Exhale, de-shrug, chest fold, reach and lengthen. Here we go, painting the wall, up, 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 and reach it back down, down, down. I'm quivering again, up, 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 and reach it back down, down, down. One more set, reaching up, keep your head where it is, and exhale, down, down, down. Hug your knees into your chest. Woo, rest, relax back there. A little abdominal warm up for you there. All right. So instead of doing our 100 exercise today, we're going to try our coordination exercise. Again, you're welcome to use your mat with your hands and make that little cradle for your head. Otherwise, we'll have that same hovering position with the arms in our chest fold. Here we go together. Big inhale. Exhale, chest fold. This time, extend your legs a little longer if you can, all the way straight if possible. From here, open both legs, peekaboo through your legs, and exhale, close, keeping your hands hovering off the floor. Now take one leg opening without tick-tocking over to the side. Exhale, gather back together, and other side. Inhale, keeping your seatbelt of strength working. Exhale, come back in, bend your knees, relax your head back down. And we'll try this again. Inhale, exhale, chest fold, reach through the fingers, lengthen those legs, abs strong. Inhale, open the legs. Exhale, close. One leg at a time. Inhale, open, maintaining that opposite side, keeping the hip on the floor. Exhale, close. Other side, inhale, opening, and exhale, close. Bend the knees, rest your head. We'll do it 2 more sets. You can do it. This is a challenge. Exhale, curl, reach. Maybe taking your legs a little lower if you want more challenge. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. And one leg at a time. Open. And exhale, gather. Feeling that support. Transverse is working strongly. Exhale, close. Bend your knees. Rest your head. One more time. And exhale, curl, reach. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. And keeping that control. One leg. And closing, other leg, and closing, and bend your knees, rest your head back down. Well done. Now we're going to go into our roll-up exercise. So again, you can either bring your knees bent, feet on the floor this way. I'll demonstrate it this way the first time, or you can have your legs all the way long, okay? Take our arms up to the ceiling. Start by feeling that width across your shoulder blades, maybe rocking side to side, really opening up through that mid-back. And then feeling your abdominal vest is all buttoned and secure. Reach your arms up and over your head without popping a button loose. And we go into roll up. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, find that same chest fold. Curl. If you need to, bring your fingers behind your legs and help yourself up. And then once you arrive, try extending the legs and feeling that hover and reach. Abs pulling away from your fingertips. And then again, perhaps bending your knees if you need to. Rolling right back down that center line. Let those shoulders melt away from your ears and roll it back down. And we'll do this 3 more times. I'll demonstrate with the legs long this time. Inhale, arms overhead, up to the ceiling. And exhale, nod and scoop. Working toward feeling that sequential roll up, reaching up and over, folding at your waistline here. And then scoop, contract, shoulders dripping away from those ears, melting down, thighs relaxed as best you can. unwinding, unfurl back onto your back. 2 more sets. Inhale the arms and exhale. Perhaps going a little slower if you can. You can always make it more exciting for yourself. Take that reach. Good. And then hollowing back down. Feeling that support underneath your arms. Feel those lats. Rolling back down. Let's do one more, the slowest yet. Try not to use a burst of momentum to get up. Inhale the arms. And nice and slow now. Fold. Peeling up. That's it. Yes, beautiful. And reach. Now this time open those sit bones apart a little bit. Waddle up apart. And then take a deeper stretch forward over the legs. Stretching out the hamstrings and the low back. Deepening with each exhale. Very, very nice. Good. And let's just roll ourselves up to a seated position today. Good. So from here, let's extend the arms. I'm going to scooch back a little bit and do my little Jack LaLanne walk back, okay? And we're going to flex the feet and feel those legs apart, maybe shoulder distance. We'll do our spine dance into our spine stretch forward today. Reaching forward as we did. Again, finding that fold at the waistline and hovering, reaching forward, diving head to tail. Roll yourself back up to center. And then elbows bend into that goal pose position, and then lift the heart, arc and look up. And we'll try that again. Extend the arms. Exhale, deflate, reaching up and over, keeping the pelvis as vertical as you can there. Inhale, stacking through the spine, coming back to vertical. And then elbows bend. Inhale, open the heart, really pulling those elbows back. Feel the shoulder blades reaching together. Come back to center once again. Exhale, deflate. Reach, reach, reach. Inhale, stack. Exhale, elbows bend. Inhale, lift your heart. Good. And coming back to center. Good. Releasing there. We're going to go into a little different variation from here. Swinging to face me. We're going to bring our legs into our little Z sit, our mermaid stance. Okay. And this is one of my favorite exercises. I often will do this in a modern dance class, so bear with me for a moment. So I've got, for example, this is my left leg in front. It might be reversed on your screen. I've got my right leg back. I'm going to place my left hand out to the side here. All right, so I'm going to be really working through my rib cage, doing some twisting and side bending. Okay, so let's start resting onto that one hand, taking this other arm up and lowering down to your elbow and feeling that side bend. As you're in that stretch, really think about reaching this top hip down toward the floor, so you're increasing that elongation through the waistline there and really reaching through the fingertips. Good. And then bring yourself back up to sit. Now, instead of going to the elbow, stay on that hand, reach this arm up on this diagonal, and we're going to do our thread the needle stretch. So my fingertips initiate, and I'm going to poke through and twist my rib cage, and you can bend that arm that you're standing on to peekaboo through that arm. So I'm really spiraling the torso. And then we're going to inhale and unfurl and open back up again. Okay, so you have a big butterfly wing here. We're going to fold and spiral twist. Peekaboo, wring out the rib cage and feel that stretch through the spine. And then unfurl, open that big butterfly wing as you come back up. One more time. Exhale, thread, lift and twist through the rib cage. Spiral under, looking underneath your arm. And then inhale, inflate, unfurl, and reach. Good. Bring yourself back up. We'll try all of this on the other side. So swizzle those legs around. So now, for example, I've got my right knee, my right leg in front, my right hand goes to the floor. Okay? First, we'll do that side bend, lowering down to your elbow. So reaching up and then lowering down to your elbow into that reach. Feeling that length. Again, see if you can anchor or reach your top hip down to give you that oppositional length through the waist, through the hip. Good, really reaching with the fingertips. And then bring yourself back up, arm long, and then again, just resting on that hand, we'll go through our little spirals here. So inhale, Thread the needle, folding through. Twist the rib cage, spiral and breathe. And then inhale, inflate, unfurl, opening that butterfly wing, stretch. And again, thread the needle, lift the rib cage, exhale, diving, looking underneath that arm. And inhale, unfurl, open. Good, one more time, fingertips diving through. Use your eyes as well to look underneath that arm, spiral twist. Good, and again, unfurl, inflate, open it back up again. Good, and bring yourself back up. And then see if you can bring both legs out in front of yourself again. And speaking of butterflies, we'll do our little butterfly stretch here. So soles of the feet together, and you can just rest your hands on your knees to start. Exhale, nod your chin to chest, walk your hands down, diving your head toward your feet. Stretch out both hips through the low back. And then unwind, unfurl. And once again, lift your eyes, open your chest. You can press against your knees. Feel that open quality across the chest. Come back to center. One more time, diving forward. Stretch it out. Breathe into those floating ribs here. Imagine you have gills and you're breathing through your back. Good. And roll yourself back up again. And then again, slide the shoulders down, lift your heart. Good. All right, while we're here, I'm in a stretching mood. Let's extend one leg open. So taking that one leg open to the side, the other leg folded in. We'll just take a brief inner thigh stretch for us. So walking your hands forward, try to maintain this knee on top, hinging energy out through your head and through your tail as you open up and feel that stretch through the inner thigh. We'll come back to stretching it toward the end of our time together today as well. Breathe and reach there. Maybe flex that foot now. Feel like a deeper stretch. Energy out through the heel. Lengthen that knee. Good. And then walk yourself back up and exchange other side. So feeling this on the other side. Again, opening out, making sure you're still on top of those sit bones. And then walking the hands forward. Keep that long legs, knee on top. And again, energy out through the head and through the tail as we breathe and stretch. Opening up through the inner thigh, maybe some more hamstring stretch as well for you. Flex the foot if you can, lengthen through that knee. Good. And then walk yourself back up. Great, let's move on into some extension work. So flipping over onto your belly. And let's just bring our hands next to our shoulders here today. So you've got that nice long reach through the front of the hips. Abs are still with you for our baby swan. Pushing that imaginary marble with your nose and looking forward toward the wall in front of you. Let those shoulders glide away from those ears. And find that place where you don't necessarily need to press into your hands, that you can maybe float your hands up off the floor, working that thoracic extension. Try not to pooch your belly into the floor to achieve this angle. Lift and support your low back. And then go ahead and return back down to the floor. So it's just starting with that small extension. Let's do that once again. Lengthening out through the crown of your head, following your eyes along the mat, like you're a curious baby learning to crawl. Opening your chest. Again, test your balance. See if you don't need those hands. Then place your hands back down on the floor. And now if you're able, press into the hands and continue to lift and open. Again, make sure I can see your neck, shoulders down away from your ears. Inhale here at the top, and then exhale, smooth lengthening, returning back down, increasing the space between those vertebrae as you return. And again, going into that full swan, following the eyes, inhaling as you lift and open. Feel that support there, good. And now from here, with pressure into the hands, small bend of the arms, and then push back up. Small bend of the arms, elbows narrow rather than out to the sides. Keep them in at your waistline. Push back up. And again, elbows bend. Abs connect. Exhale, push. Opening your collarbones one more time. Inhale, bend. And exhale, push. And then slowly lowering back down. Very nice. Good. Let yourself come into your little pillow position, one hand stacked on top of the other, and rest your forehead there. Taking our alternating leg lift. So long laser beam light through one leg. Float that leg up. Now stay lifted. Bend the knee, flex the foot. Bring your heel towards your tush. And then point, reach, extend. Stay floating above the floor, and then lowering it back down. Alternating sides. Abs strong, lift and float, laser beam light, reach through the legs straight. Then bend and flex, fold, slow motion, hamstring curl. Push, point, lengthen out, and lower it back down. One more each way. Float and lift, and bend and kick in, and reach, extend, point and extend, and lengthen it down. Other side, float that leg up, and bend and pull, point and stretch. Good, and come back down. Great. Come to hands and knees now. So you're going to find that long coffee table position with your spine. Making sure you can see my abdominals are lifted and not hanging out. We're going to start from here. Taking opposite fingers and toes. So again, really lifting your chest, feeling that support wide across the back. Opposite fingers and toes slide out, elongating through the arm and leg. Keep your spine on that long line. Without tipping your spine, see if you can float the arm and leg off the floor, becoming a little biped here instead of a quadruped. Bring it back down and return to your coffee table position. Other side, glide and slide fingers and toes. Energy out through the head and through the tail, looking down at the floor between your hands. Lift and float. Returning. And come back down. Again, reach opposite arm and leg. And lift it up. Abs strong. Bring it back down. And return. Balancing something very fragile on your coffee table. Try not to let it fall off as you lift. Abs strong. Bring it back. And down. Now we're going to do it one more time with a little added bonus should you choose to accept the challenge. Fingers and toes slide. Same thing here. Lift up. Now, without changing your back, open your arm and your leg out toward the side like an airplane. Bring it back to that long line in front of you and behind you. Return fingers and toes to the floor. And back to square. Other side. Lengthen fingers and toes out. Doesn't have to go very high as you float and lift. And then challenge yourself. Open arm and leg out to the side. Keeping long through the waistline. So hard. Come back to your long line. Back down to the floor. And return. Big cat back. Lift and round through your spine. Shift the weight back and forward between the knees, between the hands. Rocking in that nice arc of the spine. Feeling some different stretch through the low back. Good. And then if it's comfortable for you, continue to sit back down into that child's pose position. Reach the fingers out long. If that doesn't work for you, you can always bring your hands down beside you or even behind you to rest. Good. Great. And so from here, let's go into our side leg lifts here. So you're going to come into your banana position on your mat. And again, you can always lie long on this top arm, or if you need to, practice your sassy position, hand on the head. Even sassier, you could practice balancing without this kickstand hand, either on your waist or behind your head. So that's our challenge today. So from here, you're in your banana position. Long, long, long through both waistlines, abdominals strong. Take your top leg and rotate it a bit. So we're spiraling and turning out that leg. We did some inner thigh stretch so that we would have a little bit more range here. We're going to lift, lift, lift that leg, and then slowly close, close, close back down. Again, lift. As you're lifting, try not to collapse into this waistline. Keep length. And then reaching down, down, down. Again, lift, up, 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 inner thigh, squeeze, close, close, again, lift, up, fighting gravity, up, and bring it down, down, down. Very good. Lift it up again, and we're going to do smallish circles, basketball-sized circles, circling up and around. And 2, keeping that turn out. 3, and 4, one more for good measure, and 5, reversing, circling back up and around, basketball-sized circles. 2, abs still with you, keep breathing. 3, and 4, and 5. Good job. Relax that leg down, either bringing it across, knee to the floor, or standing onto that foot, leg turned out, whichever works best for you. And we're going to address the bottom leg now. Take that bottom leg and float it above the floor. You can add extra padding underneath your hip if you feel this too much. Flex that foot and turn it out so my toes are pointing down and my heel is lifting up to the ceiling, exposing this inner thigh, lifting that leg up and down. Try not to touch the floor. 2, and down. Keep energy through that heel, straight leg. And again, 4. Keep breathing. 5, and 6. 2 more, 7, and 8. Point the foot. Slowly bring it back down to earth. Good. Bend both knees now. Come into your little stack position here. Good. And then we're going to let our head rest on the floor. Stack both hands on top of each other. For our spiral, we're going to do our arm circles here today. So taking this top arm and reaching it forward past the bottom hand, and then tracing a big circle. Letting your head roll on the floor. Let your fingertips trace that circle. Feel that stretch through the chest. Arm comes up and over the hip, bringing yourself back down. And one more time this way. Circle, reach. Good. Describing the biggest circle you can. Up and over the top. And rest, reversing. Rotate palm up as it goes up and over the leg to the floor behind you, and reaching up overhead as you return. One more time, reach, opening through the shoulder girdle, let that spiral happen through the spine, reaching up and over, and return. Very nice. Let's go ahead and turn up and over to the other side, finding your other banana position. Again, either lying long on your arm, which is a little easier, or propping yourself up, challenging your balance. Okay, this hand is always available if you need it for balance. So we'll start with our lifts, leg lifts. Take that top leg, lift it up, and then rotate it, turning it out without rolling back on your pelvis. So again, keep those hips stacked. Long waistline, here we go. Lift, 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 reach, down, 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 and lift. Slow, slow pull, reach, inner thighs adducting together, and lift, 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 exhale, pull, all the way down again, lift, 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 and reach, tummy strong, 2, 3, good, lift that leg again, basketball-sized circles 5 times, forward, up, and around to the back. Work on your balance and control as you stir. And 3, keep breathing, release this top shoulder, 4, and again 5. And let's reverse for 5 times, reaching back, maintain that spiral rotation, reaching up and over. Laser beams through your legs, drawing circles on the other side of the room. And 3, 2 more, and 4. Keeping that stability, and 5. Good work, and rest. Bring this leg across, again, either flat like this or standing on the foot. Either way works. Take your bottom leg and lift it, and flex it, and externally rotate. So feeling where your rotation happens in the hip joint. And we lift from that inner thigh, up, and down, and 2. And down, energy through the heel, really reach, 3, keeping it straight, and 4, and 5, and 6, 2 to to go. And 7 and 8. Point the foot, float that leg back down. Well done. Bring those knees together like you're sitting in a chair. And then reaching the arms out in front, rest your head on the floor. Get yourself all stacked and organized here. 2 big circles each way. Slide the top arm forward. And then reaching up and overhead. Again, if you need to shorten your range, do what works for you. Reach and circle and stir. And coming up and over the top, letting that head just be heavy, soft through the neck. And again, reach and circle. Spiraling through the upper torso, keeping those hips stacked as best you can. And up and over. Let's reverse it 2 times. Reaching out, palm up to the ceiling, reaching through the thumb, reaching back, and around. Up and over. One more time, nice and smooth. Really nice stretch for that chest as you return. Good job. Well done. Let's roll on to our backs again here. Taking a moment just again to check in with how your sacrum feels after all of that work. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, reach the fingers, nod your chin to chest. Once again, roll up to your sitting position here. Good. Now walk your feet out in front of yourself a little bit further from your pelvis, knees coming together, okay? And then sitting as tall as you can. Again, shoulders down the back. We're going to extend one leg, practicing that stretch, strengthening through the quadriceps, and then bending it back in. Other side, extending one leg. So my thighs are on the same plane. I'm working my center as well and coming back in. One more like that each way. Extending and bending. So we're getting all sides of our legs working today. Extending. Good. And bending. Now challenge. Hollow and contract, rolling back. Either still holding onto your thighs or challenge yourself, reach your arms out in front. Try the same activity, keeping that scoop. Be careful not to arch to the back. Curl and extend one leg. And return. And extend the other leg, keeping those thighs together. Abs scooping and return. And again, extend. Woo, and bend. And extend. And bend. Now pull up into your little ball position. Shoulders down the back. We didn't do our rolling. We're going to do a little bit of rolling like a ball now. Keeping that scoop. Inhale, rock back. Exhale, roll up and find that balance. And again, inhale, massage that spine. Exhale, come back. And again, inhale, rock. And exhale, roll. One more time. Inhale, rock. Exhale, roll. If you can, extend both legs. Find a teaser moment here, reaching toward your fingers. Good. And bend those legs in. Open those knees apart again. Take one more butterfly stretch forward over the legs. Stretch out through the hips. Good. And again, roll yourself back up. All right, let's turn and face each other again. Extending the legs, flexing the feet. Knees can be slightly bent if you need to. Reaching either hands to your shoulders this way or hands up behind the head, elbows nice and wide. Our variation on the saw from here. Inhale, rotate through the waistline, keeping those legs in place. And then folding, same elbow down toward the same knee. Keeping both sit bones on the floor. Feel that stretch to the spine and through the hamstrings. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, untwist. Other side. Spiral from the waistline. Bring your sternum with you. And then elbow down toward that same knee. And inhale, coming back up. And exhale, unwind. And again, rotation. And flexion, fold. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, unwind one more time. Inhale, rotate, spiral. And folding, diving down. Try not to lift one cheek up off the floor. Keep it anchored. And inhale. And exhale. Good. Bring the hands back down. Maybe open those legs a little bit wider. Walking your hands forward again. Stretching out through the inner thighs, through the hips. Stretch it out. Wider still if you want more stretch. Good. And then once again, walk yourself back up. And we'll go into a twist stretch from here. So folding one leg in and bringing the other leg across the body. Attach both sit bones down to the floor so you feel really solid underneath you. Bringing this knee to the opposite shoulder, really folding it in, maybe even feeling that stretch right there. Feel it out through the outer hip. And then we'll spiral twist toward that direction, lifting the abdominals as you deepen in that twist. Then rest your hand toward the floor and work on your breathing here in this spiraled, twisted up position. See if you can fully inhale. And even deeper, exhale. Getting a little bit more twist. Try that again. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's come back to center. And now same arm is like pressing on the inside of that leg. Twist away. Opening those intercostals a little differently here. Feeling some more stretch through those obliques. And again, deep breaths. Good. Come back to center. Let's unwind other side. Other leg on top. Again, sitting on those sit bones. Nice and long through the spine. Pulling the knee into the opposite shoulder. Long through the spine as you stretch. Reach and spiral. And then once you arrive, let that hand rest on the floor. And practice your deep breaths here. Feeling the belly expand as you inhale. Deepening in that zip as you exhale. Inhale, fully three-dimensional. Expanding, exhale, softening. Let's come back to center and other way. Same arm is like press against the inside of that leg, push it away, and twist the other direction. Again, deep breaths. Good job. Come back to center. Let's stretch out our hip flexors now. Come to your hands and knees. And then help one foot out in front of you. And then again, we'll press the pelvis forward into that lunge. Put padding underneath your knee if you need to. Making sure this front line is very perpendicular, knee right over your heel. Now again, work on that posture rather than being all hunched this way. Slide the shoulders back, lift your focus looking forward. Long stretch out through the head and through the tail. As you breathe, opening up that back leg. Good. Now then, press yourself back, extending your front leg. See if you can flex that heel or flex the foot this way. And then hinge your chest, reaching forward toward your shin. Feeling deeper calf stretch here, hamstring stretch as well. And now then, come back up onto your front foot, coming forward. You can either do that same lunge this way, or perhaps take that front leg and rotate the whole thigh open and get a little deeper stretch. Again, energy long through the head and through the tail. Belly still lifting to support. Getting a little different inner thigh stretch. Outer hip stretch. Hip flexor stretch with the back leg. Bring yourself back up. Bring it back to parallel again. And one more time, hinging back. Maybe getting a little deeper. Good. Let's exchange to the other side. So sneak that leg back. Bring yourself up if you need to. Bring that other leg out in front. Again, bring those hip bone headlights to point as forward as they can. And then hinging forward. Pressing the pelvis forward, waddle that foot, wiggle that foot out in front if you need a little extra room there to stretch. Shoulders down the back, open your heart. Breathe, send your exhales, whoosh, down into those places that you're feeling that stretch. Good, lengthen and open. And then as you're ready, rock yourself back. Pressing back, flex that front foot, extend that front leg, and yearn your chest forward toward that shin. Shoulders soft. Breathing into the calf. Lengthening long through the hamstrings. And once again, same idea here. Either parallel as we did before, or taking this leg, rotating the whole foot thigh, the whole rotation through the leg, and perhaps deepening into that stretch a little deeper. Abs to lift, shoulders away, long spine. Good. And then bring yourself back to square, bring it back to parallel, and one more time, reaching back, hinging back, lengthening long, maybe getting a little lower in that stretch. Good, good, good. And then again, return. I'm going to come up to a kneeling position just so I can see you more, okay? I'm going to come down to here. So you can be kneeling. You could stand if you would prefer to stand. Let's take our final reach. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, coming back down. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. And exhale. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thanks again for joining me. Until next time.